Have you ever wondered why Moses, the great leader of Israel, the man who talked to God face to face, was not allowed to enter the promised land? After leading the Israelites for 40 years, why did God stop him at the very end? Today, let us uncover the powerful lesson behind this moment in Moses' life, a lesson that still speaks to us today. Moses was a faithful servant, chosen by God and honored as one of history's greatest prophets. But in Numbers chapter 20, something happened that changed everything. The Israelites were in the desert, complaining once again. They had no water and their faith was running low. God gave Moses a simple instruction: speak to the rock and it will pour out water. But Moses was at his breaking point. He was frustrated, angry, and exhausted by the people's constant rebellion. So instead of speaking to the rock as God commanded, he took his staff and struck it twice. Water gushed out, quenching the people's thirst, but God was not pleased. He told Moses and his brother Aaron, "Because you did not trust me enough to honor me as holy, you will not bring this assembly into the land I give them." Why was this act of disobedience so serious? First, Moses misrepresented God. Instead of showing the people God's patient grace, he showed them his own anger. The miracle became about Moses' frustration, not God's holiness. Second, leaders are held to a higher standard. Because God had honored Moses so greatly, he also expected greater obedience from him. Finally, that rock was a symbol of Christ. By striking it again, Moses broke the beautiful picture God was creating of salvation through Jesus. But even in judgment, God was merciful. He allowed Moses to see the promised land from the top of Mount Nebo before he died. God himself buried Moses, and centuries later, Moses appeared with Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration. God's decision was firm, but his love for Moses never wavered. So what's the lesson for us? First, obedience matters, even in what seem like small things. A single moment of disobedience can have lasting consequences. Second, our attitudes matter to God. Frustration and pride can lead us away from his will. But most importantly, God's plan is always greater than our failures. Moses made a mistake, but God still honored him. Your failure is not the end of your story either. So why wasn't Moses allowed to enter the promised land? Because even the greatest leaders are called to obey God fully and represent him faithfully. If you want more powerful Bible insights like this, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Let God's word be your light.